Hey everyone, today I'm going to share with you how to use fabric scrap to make a beautiful zipper pouch. This is super easy, I have to say. So I have heavyweight interfacing and the size is 7 inches by 12 inches long. I'm using the fabric scrap that I have here. I cut 1.25 inches and I have 5 of them. You're going to place on the back side of the interfacing, the glue side any way you want. Remember the fabric, the wide side 1.25 inches, but the long side is longer because that's what I have. And then after I iron in the interfacing, I can cut the extra away. So just like that, and then I'm going to iron. So I'm gonna go like this, and I fold it. Okay, that one line. So this straight line, and if you want to, you can make the line even, so when you sew it's staying even for you. And let me show you. So you go into mark 1/4 inch seam allowance, 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can do between 1/4 inch or you can do 1/8 inch. It's up to you. But our normal seam allowance is 1/4 inch. So that one line, and then the next one, and this one. If you want to draw the line, you can do that. If not, it's okay. So the lines you mark, you're going to sew on the line. So all 5. So after I sew 1/4 inch, you can either go and cut this in the center, or you can just go ahead and cut in this way. Cut it open, or you can slide the scissor on inside here and then just cut all the way. Cut it open so you can iron it nicer. And then you can slide the whole thing like this. Go the whole thing like that. And like that. It actually cut better than the scissor too. Like that. And it open. You're gonna do the other 4, and then after that you're gonna spread this out, and then you're going to iron the whole thing. So everyone, after I iron in here, look in the back and the front, perfectly even. You don't need to do anything. And now I have cut the same side. After I'm done with this, I place on the interfacing and I cut exactly the same side of this. And I'm going to iron on the fabric so I can cut one for the lining. Okay, I'm gonna go and iron in here and cut exactly the same side with no extra nothing. Just go right in here, iron this, and then I'm gonna cut exactly the same side. And make sure that the side here are sticking down, because sometimes you see it stick down here, but when you sew and then after that everything pop out. And you can iron it, but in the front and do an extra iron. Turn up the heat. Cut right on the side of the interfacing. I don't want to use the high heat. Okay, so now I have both. This one for the inside and this one for the outside. But you can use whatever fabric you want to use. I have a lot of that, so I'm going to try to get rid of it. So I'm going to go and fold it in half. And I'll make sure everything line up. I'm going to iron it down. When I do something, I just want to make sure everything is even. Here, you're going to go 4 inches. Connect this. And you're going to cut this. These two right here, I only take 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. On this corner here, I'm going to round a little bit. Like that. Do the same thing to here. Bring this back. Place this in here. Cut this. Now I have these two. You're going to, with this small one, you're going to sew very close so these two pieces stay together. And sew in this piece all around here. And then after that, we're going to cut it out. And then on this big piece, the right side facing out, you're going to pin and you're going to sew very close to here, 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 and here. So after I sew on all the 4 sides, so this is staying together now, and this is the side. I'm gonna go and cut this around. I have cut in 2 pieces of fabric in here. This is the 1 inch and a quarter by whatever side you're gonna place it in here. So it a quarter of an inch, fold it down, go into this side, go into this side, fold in this, and then sew this together. And if you have a bias tape, you feel free to use it. I came to visit my dad in the hospital this morning, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. He slept the whole time and didn't wake up. So I asked the nurse, this really concerned me because he's never do this. And they say because last night he woke up a lot and he walked down the bed. So they give him a sleep medicine. So the sleep medicine is too strong for him. put him to sleep like that. I was really, really upset, you know, and they say, oh, maybe we don't do this anymore, it's too strong for him. Oh my goodness, it's heartbreaking. So now after I sew on this, both of them, I just cover the straight line, fold it in the center. Let's just mark the center. Mark the center. On this piece, you're gonna fold it in half and mark center. See this? The mark, it right here. That's where we mark. And you're going to clip this down. And then from here, you're going to wrap this around. This is for the side of the pouch. Remember, you have the other side, you're going to do exactly the same way. But for this, after you clip it around, you can use bathing stitch and you can sew it together. This is hand sew is the best, everyone. I love hand sew. Someday I'm gonna do the whole video hand sew only, just to annoy people. Just kidding. And just like that. And do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll show you what to do one at a time, like this. And now this side, remember, place it right at the center and do exactly the same way. Now I'm going to hand sew this around. You don't really have to do much. You can do bathing stitch if you like, or do the same technique I'm showing you on the hand sew here, do on the sewing machine. But a lot of people ask me, what if I don't do a hand sew? Can I do on the sewing machine? Yes, you can, exactly the same way. The difference is that you put on the sewing machine and this is hand sew. Simple that is. So updates about my dad situation. They cancel his surgery because he has the high blood sugar, and so they say that it's not really easy to do the surgery on his hand. So they're going to give him antibiotics, the IV, and he's still in the hospital. So they monitor the infected area in his hand. So continue to pray for nothing happen with his hand. It's really swollen. I saw that and very scared. And anyway, so today I didn't go to the hospital to see him, but hopefully tomorrow I can make some time to be there. It basically, he's just there and they just give him antibiotics, and he all complain about they keep him there just for fun. Oh my goodness, I don't see any fun of that. I cut the whole bunch and now I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna go and fold it one side, quarter of an inch, and go into the top here. I'm using hand sew to sew this in. If you don't want to hand sew this, everyone, you can go on the sewing machine and do exactly the same way. The way I show you here, go on the sewing machine and sew. The difference is that I do by hand and you do on the sewing machine. So all around it. So after I get to here, I fold the extra end like this. And now you're going to flap this from outside here. You're going to fold it in to this side. You can press around. You can fold it around here and then press, and then you can fold everything together. Now it's all folded in, and I'll go on to show you how to sew this. Go from under, hide the tail, and then sew this. Check my description box for this needle. The link for this needle is really good. I love hand sew, and I do embroider too. So like this, everyone, go to here and then sew this around. Now I show you. That's what it looked like. You're gonna go around here and you're finished, and I'll show you the top part. So everyone, after I sew this around, you can feel free to do on the sewing machine if you like, but hand sew is look nice too. So from the top down the center, about like I would do about 3/4 of an inch or an inch, or 3/4 of an inch is good. So right here you're going to sew the name tag on it. It's up to you. If you don't want to sew the name tag, you don't have to. It's just optional. So get back to the sleep medicine. I am very upset still. I mean, I don't know. My dad, he really want to go home. And when he wake up, he talked to us and everything, but since the day he got there, I think he looked worse than before he came to the hospital. See how cute? With the zipper I'm using here. So let me see. I buy so many zipper and I forgot the size. So the zipper, 8-inch zipper. So I count from here to the plastic over here. 8 inches. To fold like the triangle, like that. And remember, we're on the right side. And then from this here, you're going to bring this down and make sure it's nice and straight right here at the corner. And then I'm going to sew this. So now everyone, after I did the zipper this way, I also cut in here 1.25 inches by 22 inches long. And so we're going to put it together. Now, if you're more advanced, don't follow me if I do hand sew, okay? And you can use the same technique I'm showing you on the hand sew, do on the sewing machine. First, the zipper, open this up. The zipper slider, the holder, go on the right, and then this opening up, the right side facing up. I bring it to here, going from the inside. I'm going to place it right at the end here and clip it down first and go to this side, go around to here, and then the other side, placing in this side right at the end like this. Clip this temporary. Remember, this is the request from beginner and never done the zipper and want to do it by hand. Now, this is what I have. Then you're going to bring this over. I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to press the center. From the center, I'm going to mark, fold it in half. From the center, I'm going to mark 2 inches and 3/4 of an inch. So almost 3 inches. 2 inches and 3/4 of an inch. So it's right here. So 1/4 of an inch before 3. I just want to let you know that the same method I show you on the hand sew from start to end, you can do on the sewing machine. This person asked me to share how to do on the hand sew because she doesn't have the sewing machine, and she has been following me since COVID-19. I really appreciate your patience with me if you watching from start to end to support me. But if you want to do on the sewing machine, feel free to do so, everyone. Now I'm gonna iron this out. When I sew hand sew, I do about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Now I'm gonna fold it down this side, the same length that I sew on the top, and I press around to make it easy for me when I fold the thing down. It's everything gonna lie down perfectly. Now on this side, I fold it down to touch the top, the side of the zipper and all around the top. So it make it easier for me when I sew this. I fold the second time in, so everything will match. It take me a long time to show how to do on the hand sew than the sewing machine, but I don't mind. This person has been following me a long time, so I really don't mind at all to take a longer time to share with you. But if you don't like hand sew, again, do it on the sewing machine. Same technique, same thing, everything same, but just different. So I go and clip this around, and the last thing that I do on the top around, I use the sewing machine to sew the top all around. So get back about the medicine that they give to my dad. I mean, everything new, when you give it to someone, I think you try a little dose first, and then from there you can go up or down or less or more, but they give him a high dose of sleep medicine because they don't want him to wake up at night. He wake up at night, I feel like they don't want my dad to bother them. I mean, he only come down when he need to go to the bathroom. So because we know him, he doesn't walk around with no reason. So in the morning when I came in at 9 o'clock or something, he was so out. He's not himself. I try to wake him up, everything like dead. He can't even do anything. We try to like, can you eat? Can you drink? Can you do this and that? He like, and then he went back to sleep. So sad. So this is how it looked after I sew around. That is so cute. So I cut in here the zipper tab of 2 inches by 2.5, and I cover the side. I have 1/2 inch in extra right there. Now I'm going to sew the top. I'm really sorry everyone, the video a little longer because I want to cover every single time that I move to a different step, because this person really asked me for it. So I really don't mind. I took my time, and I hope everyone don't mind this video that's long. So that's basically what I do for hand sew. Once in a while, I like to do hand sew too. So relax. 2 updates about my dad. Up until this time, he's still in the hospital, and they suggest after he discharged from the hospital, they gonna bring him right to the rehab because he going to take so many medicine and IV. We won't be able to do it for him, so he only stay in the rehab for 6 weeks. That really long for him and for us too, that he never leave our house that long. I don't know. When the doctor told us today, we really sad, but I don't think we have another option, that he have to be supervised by doctor and nurse. So the length of this wide side is 5.5 inches, and the height of this pouch is 4.25 inches. Plenty of room to keep every makeup or every little thing. I'm just give you an idea what to do, but whatever you put it in there, it's up to you. The long pencil won't fit in there. So, and that's basically it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for the people that send prayers for my dad. I really appreciate your kindness and your support to me and my family. Thank you to all my subscribers, new subscribers, and returning subscribers, and also the channel members that help me to purchase new material for the future video. Love you. Take care. Stay safe, everyone.